Fasting is the practice of abstaining from food or drink for a certain period, typically for religious or health reasons. The history of fasting dates back to ancient times, and it has been practiced by various cultures and religions for thousands of years. The history of fasting dates back to ancient times, with evidence of fasting practices found in ancient Greek, Roman, and Indian texts. In the Greek and Roman civilizations, fasting was often associated with spiritual and religious practices. The ancient Greeks believed that fasting could improve mental and physical health and considered it a form of purification. In the Indian subcontinent, fasting has been a common practice among various religions such as Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Fasting was used as a way to purify the body and mind, and as a form of self-discipline and penance. In the Middle Ages, fasting was an important part of Christian religious practices, particularly during Lent, a period of 40 days of fasting and repentance before Easter. In Islam, fasting during the month of Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam and is considered a requirement for all able-bodied Muslims. In modern times, fasting has gained popularity as a way to improve health and prevent certain diseases. Studies have shown that fasting can have benefits such as improving insulin sensitivity, reducing inflammation, and promoting weight loss. In ancient Greece, fasting was associated with spiritual purification and was practiced by philosophers and mystics. Pythagoras, for example, believed that fasting helped to purify the soul and bring clarity to the mind. In ancient Rome, fasting was also practiced for religious and health reasons, and it was believed to have therapeutic benefits. Fasting has been an integral part of many religions, including Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism. In Christianity, fasting is associated with repentance and spiritual discipline and is often practiced during Lent. In Judaism, fasting is practiced on Yom Kippur and other holy days, while in Islam, fasting during Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Hinduism and Buddhism also prescribe fasting as a way to achieve spiritual purification and enlightenment. In addition to its spiritual and religious significance, fasting has also been used for its health benefits. Ancient physicians, including Hippocrates, believed that fasting could help to promote healing and prevent disease. In modern times, intermittent fasting has become a popular dieting trend, and studies have shown that it may have a range of health benefits, including weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and lower risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease and diabetes. Fasting has been practiced by various cultures and religions throughout history for different reasons, including religious, spiritual, cultural, and health purposes. Here's a brief overview of the history of fasting. Ancient practices. Fasting has been practiced since ancient times for religious and spiritual purposes. For example, fasting is mentioned in ancient texts such as the Bible, the Quran, and the Hindu scriptures as a way of purifying the mind, body, and soul. In ancient Greece, fasting was also used as a therapeutic practice by renowned physicians such as Hippocrates. Religious fasting. Fasting is a common practice in many of the world's major religions. For instance, Muslims fast during the month of Ramadan as one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which involves abstaining from food and drink from dawn until dusk. Christians may also practice fasting during the season of Lent, a period of 40 days leading up to Easter, as well as in other religious observances. Other religious traditions such as Judaism, Buddhism, and Hinduism also incorporate fasting in their practices. Ancient Greek physicians such as Hippocrates and Galen advocated for fasting as a means to aid digestion, treat illnesses, and restore health. In more recent times, fasting has been used in medical and health contexts for conditions such as obesity, diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Some medical practitioners and researchers advocate for intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating as a potential approach to improving health and managing certain health conditions. Fasting for political and social purposes. Fasting has also been used as a form of protest or activism in different social and political contexts. For example, hunger strikes have been used by activists and prisoners as a means to draw attention to social or political causes and make demands. Today, Fasting continues to be practiced for a variety of reasons, including religious, cultural, health, and personal motivations. It's important to note that fasting can have potential health risks, and it's always recommended to consult with a healthcare professional before undertaking any prolonged fast or making significant changes to one's diet or lifestyle. Fasting is the practice of voluntarily abstaining from some or all food and drink for a certain period of time. Fasting has been practiced for centuries and has been a part of many cultures and religions around the world. There are different types of fasting, including intermittent fasting, which involves cycling between periods of fasting and eating, and extended fasting, which involves fasting for longer periods of time, such as several days or weeks. Today, fasting is practiced for various reasons, including religious and spiritual purposes, health benefits, and personal growth and self-improvement. While fasting can have benefits, it's important to consult a healthcare professional before starting a fasting regimen, especially if you have any underlying medical conditions. In summary, fasting has a rich history dating back to ancient times, and it has been practiced for both spiritual and health reasons. It remains a popular practice today, with various forms of intermittent fasting gaining popularity as a way to improve health and well-being.